Maybe you have a passion for making your dream car, but sadly you don't work at Ford, Hyundai or Mercedes to create the ultimate car. Or if you love your factory Toyota or Chevy, but you're craving a unique flair and unfortunately there's no Xavier to pimp your ride, fear not, roll up your sleeves and get into the garage and customize that car yourself. Here are the top 5 most customizable cars. Number 5. Ford Mustang. The classic American Mustang has been modified and customized since the 60s into cars that stray far from the factory version. It's not very difficult to customize a Mustang from any year, but it'll be easier to find aftermarket parts and upgrades with the newer models, so you don't have any restraints in creating your ideal customization. Even Pinterest has a bunch of great custom ideas you can put to use if you're not too imaginative. If horsepower is what you're looking for, the newer factory Mustangs are very powerful, and the newest generations have a 310 to 460 horsepower range and up to 420 pound-foot of torque. You can easily gain more horsepower by replacing the airbox with cold air intake. The original airbox is constricted, so by adding cold air to the airbox, it allows for more horsepower. For an extra power boost, superchargers are an essential add-on, especially if you're planning on hitting the racetrack. Some great brands are ProCharger and Paxton, but depending on your budget for customizations, a supercharger can be quite pricey. If you're going to increase your horsepower to over 400 and you have all-season tires, you should change to summer tires so that you can get the full potential of the power under the hood. Try the Nitto NT555 G2 tires, which will last and keep intact when driving long distances. The Ford exhaust has a strong, powerful sound out of the factory, but there's always room for improvement. Changing your exhaust can lead to a better performance and help the engine burn fuel faster, creating more horsepower. It can also give you the sound to want to show off at the track. To show off your car's muscle, try the H-pipe from Steeder, which can be used with the active exhaust, so it's a simple mod. There are so many other mods you can complete, such as lowering your suspension for style, adding rear spoiler, and even wrapping your car for a sweet look. The world is your oyster for designs and customizations. Just a few simple tweaks and your Ford could be the brightest, most beautiful beast at the track. Number 4. Mazda MX-5 Miata. The MX-5 has always been a fun car to drive. It may not have the power and speed of a factory Mustang, but its lively character and incredulous aftermarket supplies make this car such a joy to customize and show off. The MX-5 by far has some of the most mind-boggling, wild customizations out there, from a front bumper resembling shark teeth to custom colorful galaxy-designed interior. This Mazda can turn into literally anything you desire. Customizing the interior can give the Miata an elegant or fun look. Add a carbon Miata handmade quilted door for a luxury pop of color, and a carbon fiber/leather steering wheel with an LED screen for a neat driving experience. For some snazzy flair, you can add fluffy yellow comfy soft lambswool car seat covers, or for an elegant sports feel, upgrade to beige classic sports style car seat covers from Bedding In. For a little pizzazz to your wheels, but also looking for long-term durability, adding some wheel covers can help with both. The Cobra Black Chrome with red accent wheel covers from Pilot can give your wheels a cool web look for style. Or if you're really looking to stand out, add on a Luma Yellow, pink or green wheel cover from All-Star Performance for that bright hit of color no one will miss. To get your exterior to be even more unique, you can wrap parts or your entire car with vinyl car wrap film with shiny blue and purple, rose gold, matte teal or any other color you want for a smooth looking finish that will stand out in any crowd. If you don't want to be overwhelmed with color, you can always just add a design to your body, such as a flaming skull to intimidate opponents, or a little pink pony if that's what you're into. Any design you can think of, it will be available to and add to your car. And if what you want is so insane it's not on the market, go to a body shop and get a custom green unicorn with 2 dragons on each horn added to your body. Now, if you're looking to upgrade performance, the MX-5 Miata is easy to tune and find aftermarket engine components for that added boost. Adding a cool intake can add a small horsepower elevation, but if you want max output power, a turbocharger increases horsepower, torque, and acceleration. But if you're a skilled mechanic and add a turbocharger, a turbo blanket is a great purchase to reduce the heat under the hood. If you're looking to take this to the racetrack with your turbocharger engine, upgraded wheels, handling and suspensions are needed to keep up to speed with your rocket. No matter what type of Miata you're looking to create, there are so many forums and wild ideas out there to turn your X5 into your incredible passion car. Number 3. Volkswagen GTI. This German speedy hatchback whiz is another easy to customize car and turn into a stylish rocket. One of the most affordable cars in the 60s, the first generation GTI had a horsepower of 110, insanely powerful for its time. Now, the most recent generation has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine which produces 228 horsepower and 258 pound-foot of torque. Now, imagine what a few engine, suspension, shock and spring adjustments could do to your power and handling of your car. To gain some added horsepower, adding a cold air intake is a must. The factory airbox does not allow for maximum performance output, so changing it will reduce the strain on your turbocharger for higher output. Finding these aftermarket parts are as easy as a Google search, and if you're too lazy for even that, the APR Stage 1 cold air intake is a great airbox to buy. It looks sleek under the hood, adds around 15 horsepower and sounds even better. To further increase your horsepower, you should get your GTI an ECU tune. The factory ECU leaves a lot of room for improvement and increase horsepower so you can amp up the fun. For the race enthusiast, you have to drive high-quality tires. Not only for a smooth drive and for more of a thrill, summer tires are the best. And for a faster drive to the finish line, AD Van A052 tires from Yokohama are perfect and have a strong grip to keep you stable at top speed. And if you want to add some flair and flavor to your wheels, customize your rims with Motegi MR141 Rally Gold rims or F1R F103 Candy Red rims to make your revolutionized GTI pop. To revamp the exterior, you can first add some sweet BEC Rep LED lights with white rings and a red stripe for an elegant looking contrast to the factory halogen lights. And if you're a fan of the red interior and stripes, adding a red pinstripe to the bottom rear, sides and front of the car can add a little zest to the car and can be found really cheaply at AutoZone. Even the smallest customizations to this German gem can make a big impact and add some kick and color for that extra swag to your ride. Number 2. Jeep Wrangler. The Jeep Wrangler is your ultimate adventure vehicle. Just looking at one can make you want to drive into the mountainous terrains and sit in your trunk staring up at the stars. Even though this Jeep can get down and dirty in different terrains, if you're looking to really get off the grid, a great sturdy set of tires should be the first thing on the customization list. You can add 20 by 9-inch fuel off-road beast black machined with tint D564 wheels from Element Wheels with all-terrain tires that have great wet and snow traction. Rock sliders and a little lift to the Jeep are also a must add-on for off-road travels. A couple inches lift can make the bumpy terrain a much smoother drive, enhances performance off the road and also looks pretty sweet. A rock slider from Terraflex can be added close to the body of your Jeep, and just as the name says, it keeps the rocks and debris off your rig. They just slide right off and your car can remain dent-free. Now, once you add a little lift, you may need a little help to get in and out of the car, and grab handles can be a convenient addition. Now, don't think that only elderly people need grab handles. These are super helpful for you and your passengers, so that you don't fall down or scratch the interior while trying to enter. And if you think they aren't cool, they come in different colors and accents, so think of it as a colorful interior mod instead. Now, when you're on your adventure and it gets pretty hot, you probably want to open up the sunroof and feel the breeze in your hair. However, with the factory design, if you want that convertible sunroof, you have to manually take off the roof and store it in the trunk for a rainy day. But you can customize to have to endure that cumbersome task and replace the hardtop roof with a soft-top convertible by Best-Top. So, after customization, all you have to do is press a little nook to open the top and cruise with your head in the sun. Adding LED lights is another crucial mod that can change the game. Extra light in the wilderness is never a bad thing. The lights on the Jeep Wrangler are pretty weak to begin with, so adding LED headlights sets you up for better driving. And if you're trying to drive deep into the bush at night, add a few pairs of 72-watt LED lights on the top of your windshield. Customizing your Jeep's front and rear bumpers are essential if you're looking to go off-road or keep on the pavement. The Wrangler's factory plastic bumpers can be horrific during a crash, so adding bumper guards or changing to aftermarket brands such as Smitty-built automotive modular bumpers can save your car and life. Once you have all the necessary adventure gear, you can always go to the body shop as well and add some color and design to the exterior. Perhaps paint a lion or tiger on your Jeep as well, so it can keep you safe in the great unknown. Number 1. Honda Civic. The Honda Civic has been around for over 5 decades and is one of the most customizable cars out there with great aftermarket parts available. The car itself is affordable, and customizing the pre-2000s generation are better with the best price points. With your customizations, you can turn your 1995 Civic into a fire-breathing drift race car or a sleek eye-catcher that'll make everyone do a double take. A great place to start, especially if you drive at night, is to replace the headlights and interior lights with some LED lights from Putco or Race Sport. This not only makes it so much easier to see at night, but gives your cluster and exterior a neat look. If you're looking to enter and exit your Honda in style, adding a Lambo door conversion kit from Vertical Doors can change the game for you. No more having to open the door for your girl or grandpa, they can just slide right in. For a classy and comfy exterior, you can add padded Rixu seat covers in whichever color your heart desires, and a wheelskin steering wheel cover to match. If you're looking for better performance, you can also change the steering wheel to a black 3-spoke L777 Puma Series Street Racing steering wheel for use on the track. For increased performance and handling, you can lower your Honda with D2 Racing or TrueHeart 2.5 inches by 2.25 inches coil lowering springs, without having to pay out a ton of money for a complete lowering mod. For that added boost at the track, you can add a Roadtrek C30 94 supercharger with pulley to bring home your Civic for the gold. The beauty of the Civic is that there are hundreds of other customizations you can do with this one car. Changing the body, suspension, wheels, brakes, accessories, and anything else you can think of, there is an aftermarket for you to design your creation. Even eBay and Amazon sell customized Civic cup holders. If you need 4 drinks at once, you can have it. If you want a baby pink and green wrap car with no back seats, yellow seat covers, tinted windows, blue rims, and a supercharger with your engine that produces over 460 horsepower for a killer race car, you can do it. Your imagination can create any crazy customized Civic you fancy. Now that you know you can pimp your ride yourself, there's nothing stopping you from creating the next flying pig car or luminous colored speed racer.